Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Claudia. On this video today, we're gonna talk about top 5 mistakes that migrants make, like when they relocate to Ireland. Number one, there is proper research, guys. So a lot of people, they don't do proper research. This is not just on migrants, like people in life general, they don't do a proper research on something before doing it. It's very important, especially when it comes to relocating from one country to the other. It's very important to do a research on what are you gonna face, what might you face, even if it's not guaranteed that you're gonna face it, and how is the housing in that country, how is the life, the language, the money. Do you know that someone can relocate all the way from South Africa to Ireland, but they don't know what currency are we using in Ireland? And you get here, someone is like, I'm here now, I'm gonna use dollars. I'm like, what? Dollars? We don't use dollars. So that shows me that you came all the way, you just got up and went, but you never really sat down to check and know where you're going, what money are they using, how is their housing, how much are the rent, because when you get there you won't buy a house, sometimes you have to first rent. How is the rent in that area? Are you gonna rent for this long, and are you gonna share the place or not? Myself, even me, guys, I'm guilty of that. I'm not that person that prepares everything to detail, but sometimes there's certain preparations that you need before just jumping and doing something, because you might get there and find out that, okay, you have no idea on what's happening and you can't even manage it. Then you end up burning on a bed fire that you should have prepared for. Then number two, so there is coming without money. Whether you're coming as a student or you're coming with a job or whatever way you relocate to Ireland on, I would say it's very important for you to have a bit of money saved up to last you for at least 6 months. I know it's not everyone that can do this, but this is to prepare you when you are getting your life together in Ireland. So sometimes some people, they come joining family members. If you maybe you coming joining a family member and you know that person is gonna be supporting you, helping you, sometimes it's okay come without money, especially for example spousal visa. I know a lot of people that come with spousal visas, and when they get here, the wife or the husband is already working full time, so you don't need to stress much about money. But if you're gonna come with a job or you're coming as a student, make sure you have money to survive you at least 6 months. This is a general life, guys. Even yourself right now in the house, wherever you are, you must always have money to survive you at least 6 months wherever you are. So if in your house, you make sure that you always have savings to survive you 6 to 1 year, 6 months to 1 year. Why would you relocate to another country and you don't have enough savings to last you in that country for about 6 months to 1 year? It doesn't make a lot of sense, but people still do it because you don't know what's going to happen when you get here. Sometimes a company, yes, might bring you over, but sometimes you might take few weeks before you start working. You might take few weeks while just doing your GNIP card, doing other things, fingerprints and everything. It might take some time. Then you're not going to be paid on the first month or what, but you need to survive. You need to buy your own things. You need to have things going on around. So I would say have at least 6 months that is going to last you when you first arrive in Ireland. Then number three, this one is a big one, especially for students and also for people that come with family visas or spousal visas. Don't be too picky with jobs. The best example is that someone comes here, they were a doctor in their country, and when they came here, they didn't apply for a job as a doctor. They came with their family visa or spousal visa or what other visa that they used. Now that they are here, they want to get that job as a doctor, or else they won't go to work. Don't be too picky on your first months. Do anything because you already here and you are given a work permit to work. That work permit to work, use it. Even if you don't do what you always loved, even if you don't do what you qualified to do, just like drop that pride, drop everything and go to work. You can get any driving job, you can get anything, whether a care job. There are a lot of jobs around that you can do while at least you are working. I'm not saying give up on your career. focus on your career. Keep trying to get your career. If you're a doctor, keep on trying to get that job. But I promise you, you won't land today and tomorrow morning you say I'm a doctor, they give you that white gown and you go to work and you start being a doctor. No, you're gonna have to prove yourself. There's a lot that they would want to look for. So you're gonna take time to get into that. So in the meantime, focus on doing what matters. Put money in the pocket. You need that money. I know the person that brought you over, or the school you coming through with school or whatever, you might feel like I have enough, or family will help me, or what. But guys, they might never tell you sometimes that, oh, we are tired of carrying you, because it's life is expensive. Life in these cities, I won't even say island, even whether you are in South Africa, you are in Nigeria, as long as you are in a city, life in the cities is expensive. It's not like life in the rurals. When we grow up in the rurals, we know that whether you're not working, whether you're working, you're still gonna eat, you're still gonna be fine. But here, anything that you need to do for you to go somewhere, it's money. For you to eat, it's money. For you to wash your dishes with a dishwasher, it's money. For you to do your laundry, your own clothes, because you won't wash with hands, it's money. It's electricity, it's everything around you is money. So if you're gonna stay 2 3 months not working because you are being picky with jobs, you are costing yourself and your people around you that are supposed to be taking care of you, you are costing them a lot of money. So pick any job, guys, and start working. Then point number four is a bit opposite of what I just said, but it's not opposite. First thing first, we said do anything. Point number four is that don't settle on the wrong job or on the wrong career for too long. People, when sometimes some people, because some they struggle to get into that, but some they can say I'm here now, even if I don't get my career that I was qualified to do, I'm gonna do any job. Then they jump, any job. Then now they are doing that any job, and they start doing that any job forever. They never move out, they never move on, they never try other careers. Guys, you have to keep growing, you have to keep moving. I know how our bodies are trained. I don't know if they are trained or they are designed for comfort. So it happens that when you get a certain job, sometimes you might start saying, oh, I'm not here for too long, I'm not here to stay for too long. But I remember when I was working in South Africa, I worked in Sasol Garage, a petrol station. I found guys that had been working there for over 10 years. And most of them said, when I started here, I thought I would just work few months, few weeks, put my things together, go do my driver's license, because I wanted to do my driver's license. I wanted a code 10 and a code 14 driver's license. So I thought I would just work 6 months, do my driver's license, and go work a good job. That's how everyone starts. But now you are in that job that you said, I want to make things work and move on. You become comfortable. You start enjoying. And because our brains and our body, they prepare us for comfort. You start fearing, if I go out of this, what if it's hard? What if it's going to be challenging? So let me relax here. You end up relaxing on the wrong career. Somewhere, somehow, you know yourself that, okay, now I'm stuck and this is not where I'm supposed to be, but you are stuck there. You are scared of moving on. So don't be too stuck for too long on the wrong job. In Ireland is one of the nicest countries. Oh my goodness. It's so nice because there are free, there are a lot of free education, even if it's not for everyone. I know it's for most people that are on STEM 4 and obvious for residents. Like, so if you are on other STEMs, especially the school ones, the study STEMs, it could be a bit hard. But like once you have your STEM 4 and once you have, guys, you can do a lot of courses for free. And Ireland is in demand of skilled workers. Right now, if you are doing a job that you don't even like and you feel like I've been here for 3 years, but there's no progress, there's nothing, get up, check right now. I'm going to make the next video that I'm going to make next week, I'm going to talk about all the free courses that you can access around you in Ireland, because there are a lot of free courses that you can get, whether it's in construction, it's getting. Do you know that getting your bus driver's license and getting your truck driver's license in Ireland is free if you have been living in Ireland and you have your STEM 4 and you have access to these other things. So I will do more research on that, on who qualifies and who doesn't qualify, and I'll make a video for you guys to get all the free courses that you can get. But get up, get those courses. There is a lot of free education that you can get to upgrade yourself. I know school is hard. You don't have to remind me on that. School is very hard, but school is hard for 2 3 years, guys. Then you have a good career for the rest of your life, compared to being stuck on a bad career for the rest of your life. Sometimes in life they say, what saying is that enjoy now and suffer the rest of your life, or suffer now and enjoy for the rest of your life. So think about that and don't be settled on the wrong career. Then point number 5. Oh, we're almost done with the video. Point number 5. This one is people that study the wrong career or the wrong course. This one comes to people that are trying to relocate. Sometimes I even made a video last week about cheaper courses that you can study as an international student. So sometimes people come with those courses, or some they come with certain courses that are not cheap, but they feel like they like them. Then later on they find out that, okay, this is not my career, this is not my course, I don't like this. Then they feel stuck. So this one is also a big thing, because it's one of the things again that leads to graduates unemployment. You find a lot of graduates but they are not employed, because some of them, they are not even looking for jobs. They don't like what they studied and they don't like what they did, and it costs money, especially on parents if your parents are helping you to study, or on yourself if you are paying fees for yourself. Because I think a lot of people around me that I know, even myself, we have been paying our own fees since from I started college. So sometimes it wastes a lot of money. That money could have been done on something else. It could have been used on a business. It could have been used on investing. But I ended up taking it to study a wrong career or a wrong course that I won't do. So, like I said on my first point, that research. If you're gonna do a course, do a proper research. Even if you don't really love it, maybe you wanna do it because it's cheap, but do a research on jobs. Are there job opportunities? Can you work on that course at least for the next coming for 3 to 5 years, or 2 to 3 years at least, while you're trying to study for something else? Because it's very useless to study and finish on something that you're just gonna drop out and you won't even use it for anything. So I myself, I did nursing before. I dropped out. It was not for me, but I was so proud of myself. My dad was so disappointed on me, but I was proud of myself. You know why? Because I could have finished that 4 years and later on not work on that, because it's not for me. So sometimes it's very important to do a deep research on the career. If it means sometimes going out to volunteer, or going out to, I know this one won't be that easy, because some companies, they won't allow you to volunteer or to work there. Or you can start, especially in construction. If you want to be a civil engineer, you want to do other construction things, try to work as a general labor. Try to work as a general labor for some time, so that you gain experience, you see what they are doing, and you find out if you can really do it. Because sometimes I prefer someone who says, I had to study metal work because I was working with my dad in the garage and I was so good. So that's why I ended up studying metalwork. I support that person a lot, because they already knew what they were doing. They went to school just to get certificates and qualifications to prove that they know what they are doing, but they already knew what they were doing. Compared to just jumping for a career that you don't know anything about, then later on you find out that this is not you and you have wasted a lot of money. So that's it, guys, on the mistakes that I have seen migrants making. And most of the times, those mistakes, they don't just cost them money, they also cost them their happiness. They cost them a lot of things, because once you end up on the wrong side, let's say you relocate to here with school or with whatever, you end up stuck. Whether 5 years, 3 years, you are stuck. It affects you mentally, it affects you on everything. Going forward, it becomes so hard. This is when you find people being depressed. That's when depression start coming. And a lot of people in these European countries that move from Africa, they end up on medication, because of these challenges that they never calculated and took care of them before they happen. Thank you, guys, for following our channel. And don't forget, next week I'm gonna do a video on free courses that you can do around Ireland. If you are looking for something like that, look for the video on the next coming. I'll try to do it next week. So that's it for today.